everybody, it's Denise Roberts from Sales Partners, and today's training tip we're going to build off of what we talked about with the compelling self-introduction. And if you remember, the self-introduction is for either leaving a voicemail and compelling them to want to call you back, or when you meet someone for the first time and they say, tell me more about what you do. You want them to have a tell me more aspect to this. So we talked about it had 6 parts to it. The first was for how long have you been doing what you do? How many people have you helped in what target market? But then we get to number 4, which is what problem do you solve? So today's video is building on what problem do you solve. Now, there is a book called Selling to Veto, and I am going to connect the dots to that right now. So VETO stands for Very Important Top Officer. Obviously, it's an acronym. And when we're talking about solving someone's problem, you want to be inside their head. So if you are looking at life through the eyes of VETO, there are 4 things that always keep VETO top of mind or will keep them up at night. And they are increasing their revenues or exceeding goals. The next one is how do you increase their effectiveness or efficiencies? And that could be their processes, their people. It could be getting them to market sooner with your product or service. And then how do you contain their cost and their time? I like to refer to this as, reduce expenses. How do you reduce their expenses? Does your product or service do that? And then how do you keep them compliant? So here's a thought. When you weave in your what problem do you solve, start asking yourself, what camps does my product or service fall into? And then you craft it around that. And then your wow story is just the example of that. All right, so that's today's tip. If you liked it, please scroll down and let us know if this tip fell into any of these 4 camps for you, whether it was revenue increasing, effectiveness, cutting expenses, or keeping you compliant. Also, we're always open to your questions, your feedback, your thoughts. By all means, leave us a note and we will make sure we get right back to you. Thanks, everybody. Stay tuned for the next video coming up real soon.